All right, guys. So, really quick video on how to accomplish this assignment today. Um, so, yesterday we talked about the law of conservation of mass and identifying whether equations are balanced or unbalanced. Remember, balanced means they follow the law of conservation of mass. Unbalanced means they do not follow the law of conservation of mass. Okay. Um, So let's go ahead and do the first one together. So in the yellow boxes, what you're going to do is you're going to type in the formulas for the models that you see. If there are more than one different model, you're going to separate that with a plus sign. So basically, you're going to be writing the chemical equation that we talked about yesterday. Okay. So for A, we'll do A together, and then you're responsible for B, C, and D. So A, these first two things are exactly the same, right? So there's two of them. All right, and they're made up of two of these open circles, which are oxygen, and two of these small circles, which is hydrogen. So that would be H2O2, okay? And because there's two of those, what we're going to type in here is 2H2O2, okay? Now, we're going to do our best. If you remember, I taught you how to do this, to change the subscripts. So we highlight the number, go up to Format, Text, and then choose Subscripts. And so this side of the equation is 2H2O2. Okay? Now, over here, there's two different things. There's these two right here, okay, which are the same. And then there's this one that's bonded together, which is different from that. So these are, again, there's one oxygen and then two little black dots, which is hydrogen, and there's two of those. So here we're going to type in 2H2O. Okay, and then again, we're going to go to Format, Text, and then Subscript. If you need to make this a little bit bigger, you can always resize the text box. Okay. Now, because this is different from this right here, this is different from this, it says right here, we're going to separate it with a plus sign, okay? So here, we're going to put a plus sign, and then here, we're going to identify what this is, and this is oxygen right here, and it's bonded together, so that's a molecule of oxygen. So here we would type in capital O2, and then again, highlight the two, Format, Text, and then Subscripts. Okay, so basically what this chemical equation is showing you is this is a decomposition reaction where hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, decomposes or breaks apart into water, okay, two molecules of water and one molecule of oxygen. So if you've ever noticed how hydrogen peroxide comes in a brown bottle that you can't see through, because when you expose hydrogen peroxide to light, then that reaction will begin. So if you were to pour hydrogen peroxide in a bowl and leave it out in the light, then eventually those oxygens would break off, and then you'd be left with a bowl of water. Now, please do not try this at home. Do not go home and pour hydrogen peroxide into a bowl and wait to see if it becomes water and then taste it. All right. You've got free water coming out of your faucet, so please don't do that. Okay. So I know this is a challenge. All right. This is something new. Being in Zoom definitely helps, but if you can't be in Zoom, of course, please watch this and try to figure out what you're doing. Of course, I'm always available if you need help. So your job is to do B, C, and D. Oh, and last thing too, in the blue box, you're going to identify whether or not the equation is balanced or if it follows the law. So you have to count the number of atoms. And if you have models, which you do, it's really easy. So over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 oxygens on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 oxygens on the right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogens on the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogens on the right. So in this box, you would just type in the word yes. again, I know this is a challenge, but I want you to give this a try. Don't worry about grading it right now. I just want to make sure that you understand the concepts that we've been teaching, and then do your best. All right. And if you do well on it, the possibility for this being extra credit is always available. All right, guys, y'all have a great day.